Wow, it has been a busy day for Newcastle United. In just a few hours since I did a video this morning, there is so much going on. Newcastle have now placed a record bid, a club record bid of £70 million for the Red Bull Leipzig striker SESKO. We have met their asking price for the player. We are now just waiting to hear from him and hopefully getting this show on the road. Alexander Isak, reports are that he is on his way back to the Newcastle United training grounds. Going to talk about that as well. Wizza has done a runner. Aaron Ramsdale has been announced as our second signing of the summer, and the Newcastle owners have been spotted in South Korea as we hope meetings with Eddie Howe and the owners can start to really ramp up this summer window. Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Hope you guys have all been enjoying your weekend. Coming at you with something a little bit more positive. A record bid placed for SESKO. Obviously we're not on the beers or celebrating anything just yet because there is some way to go on that one, but a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more positive. And if you have been enjoying the videos, do me a favour. If you are happy to see this bid go in, got you with that one, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm posting daily, twice daily videos at the moment, and you guys seem to be enjoying them. We just hit 50,000 subscribers, which is insane, but still, over half of you guys aren't subscribed. So do a man a favour, hit the subscribe button, and let's talk about SESKO. Reported last night, coming out of channels, foreign channels, but as of this morning, Keith Downey, David Ornstein reporting that Newcastle have gone in with what would be a record signing for Newcastle. £70 million bid placed for the Red Bull Leipzig striker. We've had so much of it this season. 5 million short here. Can we save 2 million on Trafford, please? This time we have gone big. We have pushed the button and we have placed a £70 million bid for the player. Really, it's expected to be accepted by Red Bull Leipzig. They've asked for that fee. We've offered that fee. The question now is what SESKO decides to do next. The reports coming out are that he is interested in the Newcastle project. He's interested in joining a club that really he's got an open door to. We're going to come on to Isak in a second, whether he's here or he's not. Whether he's here, he's probably going to be, cleaning out the bathrooms or something. He's got an open door straight into a Champions League side. So we have offered him a project. He is keen on the project. Reports are that Newcastle have offered him a very nice package as well in terms of money, bonuses and whatever else. I'm hoping, and again, we'll come on to the owners, we'll come on to the rest of the window in a second. We are pushing the button now. We're pushing the big button, push the big subscribe button. We're pushing the big red button on the fee. And all this wages talk, of offering Isak new wage deals that he's declining and everything else, it sounds like we are offering it for SESKO as well. The only big question mark that there is he is still in talks with Manchester United as well. It's understood he's interested in both projects. The difference is that Newcastle have placed the bid with Leipzig. I believe, as it stands at the time of recording, Manchester United haven't. So although he's been in talks with both sides, Newcastle have placed the bid. The question is, will Manchester United place the bid as well? And if he does, then he's got two options. As it stands right now, is he waiting for Manchester United? Or hopefully, Newcastle can really ramp this one on and just get the ball rolling. It's fair to say we've lost out on a few players this summer window. I'm really hoping this is one that can get the go-ahead. And you know what? When Isak arrives at training, maybe you'll have another striker there as well. So thoughts and comments on SESKO down below. If he's a man you would like to see join Newcastle, as I say, drop a like and get your comments in there. A great talent, just 22 years old. As I say, already a big name, arguably a bigger name than Isak was when we signed him. And look what the player Eddie Howe was able to turn him into. And this guy's already scoring goals for fun. So yes, it's a name that we've been linked with previously. He's a name that's been linked with plenty of Premier League sides. Let's hope this is the one we are getting serious about. We're offering the money and he can join the club. But as I say, news coming out that Alexander Isak is on his way back to the Newcastle training ground. What do we reckon then? Do we get the sign back out for him? There's a rat coming in, or do we take the sign down? Welcome back, Isak. It's a tricky one, and we still don't fully know which way this one's going to go. Eddie Howe spoke on this in his press conference today, where he essentially admitted that he doesn't know where Isak is and that he is AWOL. His updates on Isak have been through the media, just like everybody else, and it's really, really dodgy. The question mark is, despite reports coming in that Isak will be returning to training, question mark, will he? It's fair enough to report it. He's not there yet. The players are set to play their final game of the Asia Tour tomorrow against Tottenham, returning to Newcastle on Monday. Will they actually be training on Monday? Maybe some of the staff will be in Monday, and then it will likely be Tuesday where we actually start to train again. I have no doubt Sky Sports and Keith Downey will probably be standing at the training ground from now till Tuesday, waiting to try and grab a pap of whether Alexander Isak turns up for training. And if I'm honest, I think that will be one of the biggest deciders of this saga so far. It's one thing to be injured and not go on the pre-season tour. It's one thing to bog off to Spain. It's another thing to not meet the team for the pre-season training. He's contracted to the club, and I do not believe Sesko will be signed, sealed, delivered, or even be anywhere near that by the time it's Monday or Tuesday. Therefore, Isak has no reason to not be there. Eddie Howe said in his press conference that he fully expects Isak to be part of the training and that he still hopes that he will be a part of the football club next season. Do you think that should Newcastle sign Sesko, it will affect that? I am still, yeah. I still honestly don't know. I believe it will. I think that should Newcastle bring Sesko in, should Wizza, who as I understand was not at Brentford's friendly game today. Brentford took on QPR this afternoon and Wizza did not turn up to the game. So for by all means, as I've mentioned, Brentford, if any fans are watching, if you need a signed guy, we've got one for you. You can stick one outside of your training ground as well. Because what Wizza's doing ain't great. We don't like it. We shouldn't be applauding what he's doing either. Whether that one even goes through, because if it's similar, for the whole Newcastle Liverpool thing, and this is why, even if Newcastle go and get Sesko, even if Newcastle go and get Wizza, you would assume the green light is there on an Isak move, despite the reports coming out that Liverpool aren't going to come back in for him. I think they knew the first bid was going to get rejected, whatever. So they come in. If they bid 180, we might have said 185. Whatever the first bid, it was going to be declined. So coming in early, 120. It's just riling things up. It's just moving things along. You reckon that they will come back and bid a second time? And they're not daft. They realise that fair enough, putting that bid in is putting a little bit of pressure on Newcastle. But as it stands, we can't accept it anyway because we've got no strikers. So should Sesko and Wizza get over the line, I fully expect Liverpool to come back in. The question mark really is on the owners. Because as I say, I think had Isak, if we'd bought Ekitike and Isak just went to training and just was a normal person about this whole situation, I think it will be closer for him leaving already, to be honest. I think, and look, I've mentioned this in my video this morning, but I want to talk about the owners more in this video in a second. I think the Liverpool owners have made ours just look daft. I used the word mugs this morning, I'll probably use it again. I really feel like they have just totally ran riot over our club. I think the owners haven't been prepared for it. No CEO, no Darren Neal's. Eddie Howe's getting bashed for it. The owners now, Big Yas is stepping in on Isak. The owners are getting spotted in South Korea. Well, great to join the party, lads. We're only 2 months in. Fair enough, we've got a month to go, and there's positivity to come out of this in a second. As I say, Sesko, Wizza getting lined up as we speak. Hopefully they can push on and get going. The question mark for me isn't will Liverpool come in. It's whether the owners stay stubborn on it. And what, because we don't have to sell. We had money before we even talked about selling Isak. So the question mark is, could the owners just turn around and go, you know what it is? You're still not for sale. Like, the way you've behaved, like, why are we rewarding someone who's gone on that way? You know, Sesko up front, Wizard coming in off the left, and Isak cleaning the bathrooms round the back. So, thoughts and comments on that one. I have to say, should we? I don't want that to be my whole season either. Like, it's so disappointing that that's the way this has had to play out. We could have cheered him on. We could have cheered him off. Well, going to Liverpool wouldn't have really. Maybe if we went to Barca, we might have. At least we would have said goodbye in a nicer way than we are what looks to be happening. Instead, if we can get the deals done that we want to get done, then at least we can move on with our season. He can sod off, and we can crack on with our own business. And that's desperately what I want to see happen from the Newcastle owners now. As I mentioned, spotted in South Korea, discussing Isak as well, and hopefully are going to ramp up this transfer window. The fact that we have gone in and met the price that Red Bull Leipzig have asked for is huge. Hopefully we are finally on it and are going to really start to make some moves. We discussed Aaron Ramsdale joining the club. Welcome to the club. People have been absolutely griefing the announcement video. I agree. It is a bit. It is. What's the word for it? I was going to say, it looks like a bit of a Wally. Like, he's just kind of sitting there watching an old lady say, "Work hard." So yeah, it isn't exactly huge, but what I will say is she talks in the video about coming in, wear the black and white, do what's right, work hard for the club. Is that a little bit of a dig in the other direction as well, by the way? We've announced Ramsdale, and at the same time we've managed to take a chunk out of Isak. He was doing everything except everything other than what the lady is saying in that video. Yes, safe pair of hands is probably the word used, and I guess was very highly regarded just a few years ago. £4 million for a year. As I mentioned, you can't buy a bar of chocolate for £4 million in the football world these days. You can't get a Freddo in the football world for £4 million. So the fact that he's coming in to help back up Nick Pope is a positive. Vlaco Dimos getting linked to Seville. I mean, I'll have a little bit of that one if he can move over there. Thank you very much. Next up, centre mid. Next up, centre back. Let's smash through SESKO. Let's smash through Wizard. You know, the Wizard's going to be doing a bloody Odom Wingy sat outside of Newcastle soon. Well, I shouldn't joke because Isak will be doing the bloody same thing. Sat outside Anfield asking to come in. Look, if we can get these strikers done, I think it's in everyone's interest that Isak just bogs off, if I'm perfectly honest. Whether the owners push through with that, whether they hold out for that 150, I think there's so much more to be written in this story yet. But the first things first is Newcastle have gone big on the bid, and hopefully SESKO's our man very soon. This can be saved. It has been an absolute torture this summer window. It really has. If we can get SESKO in, we can get Wizard in, combined fee of around 100 million-ish, sell Isak for 150, get Paqueta in, get Bruno's mate in, why the hell not? Get Scalvini in, the centre-back that we need, and who knows, maybe even a surprise player to go with that. But if that happens, you know, you forget Alanga as well. Alanga, SESKO, I'm just naming players now. And we haven't really proved so far this window that we're capable of signing any of them. But there is hope. And as I say, Newcastle owners appear to be on the case, offering the fees now, offering the wages now. I just honestly think that we've been mucking around with 2 millions, 5 millions. Oh, do you want to pay an extra 5 million? Like, we have wasted so much time, and fair enough, could have saved a bit of money, but could be so much further forward. At the very least, this is a very big lesson for Newcastle and the owners. The only thing with Isak, if he stayed, we've got another year out of him, whether he wants to be here, try hard or not. By next summer, God help me, please have a CEO, please have a director of football, please have a game plan. Because the summer that we thought was going to be the big one has been a lot tougher, but there is time. And if SESKO's a man to come in, hopefully that's the domino that falls. As I say, celebrating nothing yet, but at least we are getting aggressive over this one. Right, guys, there you go. Some positivity for a change. What the hell's going on? Is it the same summer window, or have I jumped forward in time? Thank you for watching. As I mentioned, if you have enjoyed it, if you have been enjoying these videos, as I say, loads of you guys haven't subscribed, and it really does help push the channel forward. Hopefully from today onwards, you know, the season starts in 2 weeks. The Seller Cup's a week away. You know, Isak's going to get four days of training. Whether he's featured, who the hell knows? There's so much more to come with that one. But yes, we're running out of time ahead of the new season. It's Champions League season. It's going to be good, I hope. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your Saturday night, and I'll catch you later.